in mediocrity. I can't. That frustrates the hell out of me. And then you talk to these people, and it almost gets to the point where when you talk to them, you start to feel stupid. Like, am I wrong?
Right.
Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe
Right.
maybe my thought process is unrealistic.
Right.
And you start, well, maybe there's something wrong with me.
Right.
Because
Right.
they don't get it. And you start questioning yourself, and then you start getting back around your group of
Right.
people. Then you're okay, I'm good.
Right.
All right, I'm not crazy.
All right.
You know?
See, that oldness has been so deep within the root of their generations.
Mhm.
That's why you could tell somebody, if I was to tell somebody or my child, hey, green is really blue,
Mhm.
and like dicked it into them, when they get older and their kids and their kids and their kids, they might be like, no, really, green is really blue.
Right.
Because it's that, it don't matter if it's wrong or right.
Right.
But, hey, grandma used to cut off the ham, the end of the ham. Mama used to cut off the end of the ham. So that's why I cut off the end of the ham.
Right.
Don't mean it's right.
Exactly.
So,
and that's true. It's just, I always use this story, and I'm not sure if it's a true story or not, but it drives home the point. And we talk about Harriet Tubman, right?
Mm-hmm.
She started the Underground Railroad, led, I don't know, thousands of people, maybe millions. I'm not really sure what the number is, kind of irrelevant, from the South to the North to what was perceived to be freedom. Right? So she got them out of bondage into a land where they could prosper and do what they need to do. And they asked her, they said, man, how are you able to get so many people from where they are from where they were to where they are now? How are you able to get so many people out of slavery?
Mm-hmm.
How are you able to get so many people to a land of freedom, hope, and opportunity? And she said, I could have got more. They just didn't, but they didn't know they were slaves. I could have freed more, but they didn't know they were slaves. And that's heartbreaking.
Yeah.
You see that when you've been enlightened, when you understand who you are as a person, as a spiritual being, and you start to see other people live in lack and turmoil, you say to yourself, man, I could free more people if they only knew, if they only realized that they were slaves, if they only realized they were still in bondage, right? And that's hard for me. That's hard for me because I'm the person, when I think about, there are no limits.
Right.
There are no limits to what you can do. I think God put greatness in each of us, and it's up to us to find it and develop that greatness, and to live life with no limits.
Mm-hmm.
I don't believe that He put us here to be oppressed by one another.
Right.
I think we are to work in collaboration with one another, but to have somebody tell me what I can and can't do, to have somebody tell me that I can't be at my daughter's whatever she got going on because they need me here, that's unacceptable.
Right.
That's unacceptable. Have somebody tell me that I'm only worth this amount of money, I'm only worth this amount of income, that's unacceptable. And they sell it to you. They sell it to you. They sell average to you like it's they sell average to you like it's greatness.
Right.
They sell average to you like it's the best thing since sliced bread.
Yeah.
You
do better than anybody else.
Right, and you got to be able to decipher and look through all that smoke screen and all that hype and all that BS and say, you know what? I understand what you're telling me, but what I'm looking at and what I'm seeing, it don't line up. There's some incongruency there.
Right.
And I tell people all the time, man, you got to sell yourself on greatness. You got to sell other people on greatness, because if you don't, you'll keep buying average and ordinary.
Yep.
So that's kind of why I think about it, man. That's really where I'm at with this. You got to challenge yourself to look above the noise, to ask yourself what you truly want. Well, you got to go out and find out what's available to you.
Right.
Then you can sit back and say, okay, what do I truly want for my life? And am I willing to go get it? You see what I'm saying? My mentor broke this down in training the other day. He said, you got to find out what you want. And like I said, you can't find out what you want until you know what's available. Find out what's available. Then determine what you want, right? Then determine what the price is you have to pay for it. And then go pay that price.
That's it. That's
right?
it.
And once you make up your mind, you're gonna pay the price. It's a done deal.
It's done.
It's a wrap. You know. So I think that's where we at. You know, you gotta, like I said, pay the price. And you know, I always hear this story that said, you know, in life you're gonna be one of three things. You're gonna be a thief, you're gonna be a gambler, or you're gonna be a champion. Right? So a thief wants something for nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Right? They want to take from other people what they did not earn. That's a thief. A gambler wants to put a little bit of something in and get a huge return. We saw this just recently with the $1.5 billion Powerball, right? Everybody wanted to put in a little something, right? And expect something phenomenal back in return. Right? The odds of that happening to you was 1 in 292 million. Like, it was not going to happen. But so many people put their hope into that. And for me, I thought people didn't believe anymore.
Right.
I thought people lacked belief. Nah, I realized people do believe. You see what I'm saying? You know, for a long time, I was walking around here, man, people just don't believe no more.
Right.
You know, people just give up hope. Nah, bro, they still believe. They still believe. They just putting their belief in the wrong thing.
Right.
I mean, some people was banking on it.
Right.
Like, they knew without a shadow of a doubt that was their money. You see what I'm saying? Somebody went to work the press.
Right.
Today.
A lot of people went to work the press.
That they didn't win that $1.5 billion Powerball. They was mad, like that was my money.
Man, if you go to the store and these women are being short or these people are being short with you, hey, don't take it personally.
Right.
Don't take it personally.
They mad. They feel like they got ripped off.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No, I was wrong.
Right.
They are highly upset. Right. That's a gambler. They put a little bit of skin in the game and they expect this huge reward. Right. A champion will ask you how much does it cost, and they go pay the price.
Man.
Right? They say success is inevitable when you do the right things long enough.
Right.
A champion will never ask you how long is long enough. They're gonna ask you, okay, what is the right things?
Right.
They're gonna do it, and they're never gonna ask you how long is long enough. Right? Because long enough is when they start to see the results they wanted.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So you're either gonna be a thief, you're gonna be a gambler, or you're gonna be a champion. You're gonna steal and try to get stuff that you did not earn. You're going to put in a little bit and expect this huge return, or you're going to go pay the price in full and up front. And that's where true freedom lies at.
That's where it is.
That's where it's at.
Locker room, baby.
Locker room. We get it in.